Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. First of all, a big thank you to everybody who liked and subscribed and commented on the last video. Very much appreciated. Thought I'd take you through a few back roads not far from where I live. I went out with my mates Dave, Andy and Gaz on Bank Holiday Monday, and we did a 150 miler up into Cumbria and Yorkshire Dales and back home. And on that day it was 32 degrees with a humidity of about 75%, and it was good fun, but it was also hard work as well. Pheasant there, look. Yeah, it was hard work. We stopped off on the way back. We stopped off in a lay-by just outside of Midland, just for a bit of a rest, midnighter. And as we were having a chat, we heard this familiar sound of bike scraping on tarmac, and when we turned round there was a KTM going sideways down the road, slowly ejecting his rider. So they both slid about 30 metres, and went over to see if he was alright, and luckily he was a bit shaken, but apart from that he was alright. He was well dressed for the slide, which is always good to see. His bike wasn't too badly damaged. It lost a foot peg, and I think the side stand was a bit bent. And some of the plastics obviously were a bit knacked. I got chatting to him, and he basically said he was using the quick shifter when he shouldn't have done, going into the bend. But interestingly, he was saying that him and his mate, who had buggered off because he was in front of him, so he didn't know there was a crash, didn't reappear for about 15-20 minutes. But anyway, he was saying that about 2 or 3 minutes before he had the accident, he told me that he said he felt a little bit dehydrated, and he thinks that's what contributed to the accident, because he wasn't concentrating like he should have been, which is a very honest thing for him to say, to be fair. And it just got me thinking that, you know, we go out, we love going out in the good weather, and whilst I know we can get dehydrated in any weather, even in really cold weather, obviously we go out in the summer and the spring when the weather's nice, like today. And do we go prepared though? Do we go prepared with regards to drinking enough fluids? No, as bikers we all like a coffee stop. Of course, a coffee is a diuretic, unless you have decaf, of course. But do we drink enough water? I would suggest that we probably don't. I took 2 large bottles out with me on Monday, and I think there was about 35 miles left of the 150-mile trip that we did, and I'd run out of water, and I did feel thirsty. And of course, once we start feeling thirsty, it's a bit too late because we're already dehydrated. So luckily, I found a little shop and I stopped and got a bottle of water, which did me until I got home. But it does get you thinking, doesn't it, that, you know, perhaps we should take a little bit more care of ourselves when riding in, particularly in hot weather. Hopefully Most of us do, but I think we're all probably guilty at some point of not having enough water on board. So that was the first thing that I wanted to talk about. The second one is also potentially related to heat. Let's get around this very tight corner here. Oh, lovely cottage. Yeah, so the second thing that's very much potentially related to heat and good weather are the number of accidents that seems to be getting reported at the moment, particularly, I mean, obviously, I do most of my biking in Yorkshire, so I do tend to get dialed into a few of the media pages for the area and the police pages on Facebook. And there seems to be an awful lot of fatalities recently on the roads that I ride fairly regularly. At the moment it appears to be at least one fatality a week, which is pretty horrific. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know where you live, but I'm sure it seems to be worse this year for the time of year, because I mean, today is May the 29th. By the time you watch this, we'll probably just be into June. But I never recall so many fatalities. Oh, wrong gear. Never recall as many fatalities as we're seeing at the moment. I mean, I could be wrong, but it just seems that way. So again, I'd be interested to hear from where you are as to whether you've experienced the same kind of thing or the same feeling. But of course, the good weather doesn't help in some respects because, again, lovely days like today, nice clear roads, particularly during the weekday and out of school holidays, and it's very tempting to get those sticky tyres nice and hot and whiz around the bends and what have you. Likewise, when it is a school holidays or weekends when people are out and about enjoying the good weather and the scenery and everything, you can get distracted in cars. And as we know, the majority of motorcycle incidents appear to be not the motorcyclist's fault. Obviously some of them are, but I think a lot of them aren't. So again, I think we need to be extra mindful in the good weather. And also what we must remember as well, if it's particularly hot, some of the tarmac in the UK does begin to melt. And that in itself can cause a problem, particularly on bends. So you really need to try and read the road surface as much as possible and just ease up on the bends, particularly if it's a super hot day and the tar's melted. So that was the second thing. And the third thing, not directly related to heat, I suppose, but it could be. I don't know if anyone's seen the videos, the Ronnie Pickering videos that are out on YouTube at the moment. I've seen a couple, and the one I saw I think was fairly recently, and I saw another one this morning from 2015, and this guy is very much a Mr. Angry. I do urge you to watch them because, I mean, in a sense they're funny, but likewise, the guy's obviously got an anger management issue. But it got me thinking as well, you know, when we get hot and bothered we're stuck in traffic jams and stuff, or stuck behind a caravan or tractor, or just generally a member of the 40-mile-an-hour club in a 60, and there's queues of traffic. It's very easy to get frustrated and angry. Very easy indeed. And we can lose our cool. So, whilst we all try and be patient and calm, in hot weather, it can be easy just to want to get on with it and get frustrated. So yes, that's the third thing really, to do with the heat. I do urge you to go and watch the Ronnie Pickering videos. They are very, very funny, I have to say. What I'd also like to do as well is finally just to give a shout out to a friend of mine who is doing a bungee jump in aid of mental health motorbike charity, which I volunteer for. She's going to be doing it on the 21st of June, I believe, in Whitby in North Yorkshire. I'm going to put a link down in the description with her Just Giving page. I'd be really grateful if you could maybe make a contribution to the effort. She's scared of heights, so it's not something that she's necessarily looking forward to. But she did do one for prostate cancer. I think it was last year or the year before, and she raised about £2,000. So if you could have a look, that'd be fantastic, and the charity would be really grateful. We don't have any sort of major backers. It's all done through donations. So if you could take a look, that'd be great. And the second shout out is to a chap on Facebook, on YouTube I follow. His name is Dan, and his YouTube channel is Bugmoto, Bugmoto, and he's based over in Portland, Oregon. And I do find his videos entertaining. He's got a very, very good way of engaging with his audience. And in June, he's going to be setting off on a 10,000-mile trip on his Moto Guzzi V7 Sport across the USA, from Portland, Oregon to Boston, Massachusetts. Now, we did a very similar journey last year on his Moto Guzzi adventure bike. It's V8 TT or something. But anyway, that was also very entertaining, and it was a good, almost like a documentary series on his progress and his trials and tribulations. So I do urge you to watch that, and do subscribe to his channel. It's well worth subscribing to, and does seem a really nice fella. So yeah, so that's all for today, folks. Thanks very much for watching. If you'd like to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so, and I shall catch you on the next one. Many thanks. Bye bye.